Hi guys! Today I wanted to shoot a guinea pig cage tour for you. I just cleaned their cage and I haven't put them back in yet, so I will show that at the very end. So here's sort of an overview of their cage. It's a CNC cage, except for I didn't use coroplast. This is actually shower liner. They are in 4x2. And Hedgehog lives upstairs, and he has a 3x2 up there. The reason I have sort of two tiers of plastic is because Beethoven is an escape artist. He can get out of anything, I swear. So the first measurement, I think it's 7 inches, what I originally measured, and that's what Brax was in for a while before Toby came home. But as soon as he got in there, he escaped. So we had to run to Home Depot and get another sheet to heighten the walls all the way around. For the liner, I have a piece of fleece, and it's just doubled over. So it's basically just 2 layers of fleece. I don't have anything in between or underneath, and that seems to work really well for us. So yeah, let's get started with what I got in here. So this is their little hut house. I have 2 of them, but Toby's butt doesn't fit through the other one because the hole is a little bit too small. He can squeeze in, but he ends up dragging it all the way around the cage. And it's really funny, but not very practical. And then there also is a hole on this side. Sometimes I will put their veggies on top there just to make them work a little bit harder for it. It's really funny when I walk in here though, and you know, they're squeaking for food. They'll always run over and check to make sure I didn't sneak and put something up there, which is usually pretty cute. So yeah, that's their little hut house. Brax usually is the one who hides out in there. He's a lot more shy than Beethoven. And then here are their little tunnels I have in this week. The first little one there is made of willow branches, and they have chewed up quite a bit on this end. They do like knocking it over, so that can be an issue, but not too bad. And here is their Timothy hay little tunnel. This one does have a bottom, so I was worried that, you know, they would end up using it as a restroom, but so far they haven't. They like hanging out in there, but I think they would prefer it to be a little bit more snug in there, since it is still pretty open. But Toby usually doesn't mind. His favorite is another little tunnel that I have. It's just a piece of plumbing piping, and it has 3 openings, and he loves that thing. Moving on to this little corner is their hay bag, which I made for them out of that cute little mustache material that I got at Joann's. And it's lined with plastic sheeting so the hay doesn't get on any material, because that is a pain to get out off of any material, really, especially fleece, which is why I have the hay bin there. It's just a cat litter box, a really cheap one that we just happen to have. And that's just filled with Carefresh in there. In there right now is some Timothy hay, and I put a little bit of the Oxbow botanical hay in there as well. I don't think they like it as much, but I just put a little bit in there so we can get that used up. And then here in the corner is a little cuddle cup by Super Pet. It has some faux fur inside, so I just put a little piece of fleece in there that kind of coordinates with the rest. Over here, let's see, is their pellet dish. Usually I have it over here in the corner, so we'll see how it does right here. And I just made the little, it's a little bit thicker than what I normally would make, what's under those 2, because I did put some batting in here because Toby loves lounging right in this area, so hopefully he will like laying down on the pillowy surface, give him a little bit more comfy spot. And then over here in the corner we have a willow ball. They completely destroyed the last one they had. This one has a little bit thicker branches, so hopefully it'll last a little bit longer. And they just got that a little bit ago. And then over here is a little play keychain thing that has a pine cone, some loofah, and some wood blocks. And they really don't seem that interested in it. They've had it for quite a while, and yeah, it's pretty much just a decoration because they don't really mess with it very much. And then over here, of course, are their water bottles, and I just put a little pad under there in case they leak, which we never have problems with that, but just in case. Yeah, and I probably will use that to give them some veggies too throughout the week if it's not dirty. Otherwise, I use the top of this or just somewhere. Sometimes I flip that over and put some in there. I try to surprise them so it's not too predictable. I'll give them one piece each so they can run off and eat that in secrecy while I stash the rest around their cage. And that usually seems to work pretty well. So without further ado, let me get these boys back in their house, and hopefully you guys can see them exploring and how cute it is when they first get back in there. So just a second, I'll go get them. Hey, you boys want some veggies? Hey, hey, hey. Hey, Rex. Where'd you put yours? Say bye, boys. Bye-bye.